Shalom. At the grave of the Talmudic sage, the Tana, Rabbi Elazar ben Arach, it's in Alma. Been an adventure getting here. And it's here that I would like to thank the readers of my newsletter, Yad Yosef, the people who have been reading it, some of them, especially my father, for many, many years. Okay, now, the story of Rabbi Elazar ben Arach is he was an extraordinary Torah sage. And what happened was he opened up a yeshiva and nobody came. Then he considered joining his colleagues. He was in the Galil, they were in Yavne after the destruction of the Second Temple, and his wife gave him a strong rebuke. And after that, little by little, he forgot all his Torah. Then there's the story continues, it's probably apocryphal, that the Jews were so distressed about that they davened for him, and he then learned all his Torah. And there's a lot of things that he said. It's quite sparse, actually, but I tend to identify strongly with his actions, his word, the spirit in which they said. And certainly some of it has to do with learning Torah. And the idea seems to be that a person needs a certain amount of encouragement in Torah. They could be extremely talented, but if nobody wants to hear what they have to say, and if in fact it just gives them rebuke if they talk about it, then it's not going to be surprising if they turn their mind to other pursuits. And in my case, okay, in the yeshiva world, I have not risen, or, I'm not a famous person or anything like that. However, when it comes to my newsletter, I don't have a large audience, but it's an audience that I particularly prize. It includes the people who are most important to me in my life, specifically my father and my brother. And it includes rabbis that I genuinely like and respect, as well as the friends who are often very dear to me, including some very old friends. And it's a case where there's a part of me that says, when I start thinking whether I'm a Gilgul of Rabbi Elazar ben Arach, that he gets to heaven, and the HaKadosh Baruch says, "Where is your book?" He said, "I didn't write it, nobody was gonna read it anyway, I was gonna have fights with my wife about it, so yeah, I didn't write it, So HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to him, "I want you to go back to earth, and I want you to write your book, okay? Your book is gonna be Yad Yosef, right? And something, the world has changed. You're gonna have friends. You're gonna have people in your family who support you. As for your wife, she'll go back to and she'll learn her lesson." And it's a case with me of having the right people at the right times in the right places that really plays an important role in my studies of Torah. It's something that I really do love to do, and I would do it. I'm strongly inclined to do it, but at times you gotta have a few friends and family on your side. So I'm just saying thank you to all my devoted readers of Yad Yosef for the kindnesses that you have extended to me. Shalom, shalom.